All right, so this is the gun room. This is like,
wow.
This is what this thing is designed to do. All right. So there's 3 of these. There's 9 guns in total. There's 3 turrets with 3 guns apiece. What you're looking at right now is called the spanning tray. That tray where the little handle is that's sticking up, that would actually be in an upright position at 90 degrees. The shell would come up on an elevator hoist through there, okay? Once the shell comes up, that tray goes flat and it extends into the back of the gun. You can see the hole right here. This is the back of the gun right here. Yep. And then they would, the control that's over there that looks like an elevator control, you can go forward or backwards, says ram or withdraw. You see it?
Yes, I see that right there.
All right, that control right there, they would push the ram thing and it would actually ram the shell into the gun, and they would stop it once the shell had engaged with the rifling of the barrel. They would withdraw the rammer would come back. It would go through that housing that we climbed over. It would come back through here. The next thing that would happen is this door that's right over here, it would open and there would be 2 elevators. One would be behind it initially. The first one would have 3 powder bags. You can see those down here. Yeah. Those are 100-pound bags of gunpowder. Whew. So the bags roll out. What they do is they would put 2 forward into the gun. They would put 1 back, and then they would have the next 3 roll out, and they would just go right in between those right there. And then what they would do is they would very carefully ram the gunpowder in, right? So you can't ram it at the same speed that you ram the shell at, because obviously if these powder bags break and there's there's spark, it could compromise the entire turret. You got to remember too, this thing goes all the way down to like the base of the ship. Yeah. So there's ladders that go all the way down to lower decks there. Yep. Okay, so there would actually be like a bunch of different guys here. There would be 2 guys. There would be a guy sitting in that seat right there. He'd be the rammer man. Whew. Okay, there would be a gun captain, and then there would be an elevator hoist operator in here. Okay. So the gun captain, the elevator hoist operator, you can't really see it, but there's a platform that attaches to the bottom of the gun. Mm-hmm. You might be able to see it from your angle. If you kind of like look up and down, yeah, like it's right on the other side of this tray.
Yes, I actually can see it here.
So that platform, they would stand on that, okay? And then what they would do is they would get the, oh no, sorry, it's not that platform, it's this one right here.
Okay, the little
see that little platform? It's like an extension of this. So the rammer man would sit over there, they would stand on this, the rammer man would do the ramming piece of it. Down below, there's a ladder, and if you see that, there's a big block down here too, like that big corkscrew looking thing. That's the breech. That's the piece that goes in the back of the gun. So down there's a guy called a primer man. He takes what's essentially a shotgun shell cartridge and he puts it into a slot at the back of the gun. When these guys are done loading this, the rammer man pulls the thing that brings this spanner tray back up so it retracts against that wall. You can see the stopping point right there with that little piece that's sticking out. And then what will happen is this guy lifts the breech. It's hydraulically assisted, obviously, because it weighs like 2 tons. But he lifts that and then he locks it here. At that point, him and the elevator hoist guy are going to step back over here, because that red line right there, that is the recoil for this gun. This gun shoots all the way back there when it fires.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you can see it travels about almost 5 feet.
Yeah.
And you can't be in the way of it, obviously, it would kill you. So this gun has a huge recoil, and then it recoils on these things back here. So it takes 600 pounds of gunpowder to fire these shells. You're looking at shells that are either 1,900 for the explosive rounds or 2,700 for the practice rounds or the armor-piercing rounds. And yeah, in World War II, they could load these 2 shells a minute, which is crazy impressive because the shells actually originate below. There's guys below that have to load these elevator hoists, and then they have to load the shells. So the fact that they could do this whole process 2 a minute is incredible. At World War II, when they had like 100 guys in a turret. Now in the USS Iowa, what they believe happened was that the rammer guy, they think he actually pressed the rammer too hard, the bags broke, and then it backflashed down the turret. But did
that ship sink by itself?
No, it didn't sink. They flooded the magazine and they were able to save it. It's a museum out in LA. Yeah, it's in Long Beach.
And guys, I know that it's outdated now, but it's incredible that in the 40s they had TV technology like that. Look at this, guys. This is after they would fire one of the shells from that turret inside, what it would look like, how it would just shatter. That's insane.